Ooh, say what, say what, say what? Ooh, girl, you know what's up. Ooh, say what, say what, say what? Ooh, girl, you know what's up.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Jewel here with the 23 for 23 healthy lifestyle change. And yes, that's what you saw in the beginning, books. So one thing that has helped me on my journey, my weight loss journey, as well as reaching all of my goals, DJing and going after the career and things that I want out of life, is reading books. Honey. So I started a challenge last year where I wanted to do one book a month, and this year I'm doing 2 books a month. And I have actually read 3 books in the month of January. I'm ordering 2 books in the next couple of days for February. So you know, that's a goal that I am able to check off my list for the month. This is not the exhausted list of all the books Jewel read to change her life. No. I have a lot of PDFs, so this is not everything. I try to get a hard copy of everything because I like to keep everything. But I'm just gonna list all the books below that I have read, and I'm gonna star the ones, and I'm gonna talk about the ones that really changed my life. There's one book I don't have because I let a friend borrow and he hasn't given it back, and I'm so sad because I love that book. So you know what? Let's jump right into it, and we're gonna talk about that one first. So that is The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. I love that book. Who is that by? That's not Napoleon Hill. That is George S. Clanson or Carson or Canson or something. I don't know. I'll put it here. But The Richest Man in Babylon, that helped me get my finances in order. I do currently save like that. If you have read it, let me know. But if you have not read it, I suggest everyone read that book. That book helped me, you know, build my savings and pay off my debt, my credit card debt, and then my loans, student loans, and it helps me pay my bills every month. So I do follow the rules that are in that book, and it's a really ancient book, but it is awesome. Let's go with this one. The 4 Agreements. Can you see it? This one is by Don Miguel Ruiz, and it's a wisdom book. One of my friends actually gave me this book. This book had a lot of good messages in it. I want to reread this one. This one has a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom to give you. And it's definitely inspirational. It's about personal growth and self-help. So I think it's a good book to, you know, read. At the time, I would say I wasn't as aware. So I want to read it now that I'm more aware of who I am. The book that made me move, the book that made me literally start my YouTube channel and get off my butt and start my healthy lifestyle journey is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is my favorite book. I will read this a million times. This book changed the game for me, and it just made me see, like, if I don't work on my goals, I will never see anything that I want in life. And so one day I just went and I bought a new phone, the one that I used to record my vlogs, and I got some tape and I put it up on the wall when I came home, and I started my vlog when I finished this book. So this one was like the beginning of 23 for 23 came from here. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This one changed my life in a day. Like the day I read it in one day and literally made a decision about my life immediately. And it's the most simple book, But it literally made me move and change my life that day, because I realized if I didn't, I would procrastinate on it for the rest of my life. And I did not want another minute, another second to go by with my life still in that situation that I was in. So I got out of that situation immediately. My friend bought me this one, and it's Who Moved My Cheese, and it's by Spencer Johnson. This one is, oh my goodness, y'all. It is the most, I don't even know how to do this. There we go. It is the most corny, cheesy. I mean, the concept in this book is so simple. However, for me personally, I don't know what it'll do for you, but for me, it made me move immediately the same day I read this book. So this was a good one for me. Les Brown, Live Your Dreams. This one was a good book. I really like to listen to Les Brown though, and so when the thing is, when I read it in his voice, and so it was kind of but it's still a good book. I liked it. I read it. You guys should check it out. The Miseducation of the Negro, y'all. They was ahead of their time back in the day, because this was a tough read for me. Carter Godwin Woodson. Was it this one? Oh, no, it wasn't this one. But this was still like a tough read for me a little bit. But I made it through it, and it's a great book. So you guys should definitely check it out. Let's see. Message to the Black Man by Elijah Muhammad. Now, this one was a tough read for me. This one was, it took me a couple months to get through this one. Because he was popping, and I had to, do research, and it was a lot I had to do to get through this book. So, but it's a really, really great book. It has a lot of information in it. He was very educated, so definitely you should check this out. The Keys by DJ Khaled. This book has a lot of good keys to life in it. I want to reread it actually, because he's inspirational. He has a message to tell, and it definitely made me think a lot about my career that I want to have, and the people that I want to surround myself with when I do it. And it made me think about the grind, because he talks a lot about his grind and what he used to do when he was starting out as a DJ. And that's why I just, I don't care. I'll die on the treadmill to get it done, because, you just have to do what's necessary if it's something that you want out of life. And so he definitely inspired me with that one. So this is a great book. The Motivation Manifesto. Non-Declarations to Claim Your Personal Power, and it's by Brendon Burchard. I have to reread it because it wasn't my favorite. I expected it to be way different. So I think my expectations kind of ruined it. Because it was good, it's just not what I expected. But I probably will read it again to see. Because sometimes you have to read books 2 and 3 and 4 times just to get what you need out of it. So I'll probably read it again to see what I can get out of it again. Now, this book, oh my goodness, look at it. It's 2 pages, right? But it's 25, I think. But As a Man Thinketh, and it's by James Allen. I want to get a copy of this book for every person in my life. Because this is the thing, right? The universe and life and reaching goals and discipline and all these different things in life all come down to The Secret. And I've also read The Secret, and it's online. It's like a little PDF I read. Anyway, so the secret to life is conquering your mind. Every single thing you do is conquering your mind. Every single one of these self-help, inspirational books is about conquering your mind. It's about changing your mind about who you think you are. And this is what I preach all the time. It's about changing your mind about who you think you are so that you can become the person that you want to be. And this one just hit it right on the nail because this one just comes right out and say it. All the rest of them, you know, I underline and highlight, and I write what it means when I'm reading it, what it means to me, and what I get from it. And all of them talk about as a man thinketh. How you think determines what life you live. If you are overweight, if you are unhealthy, it's because you are not thinking about health. If your life does not look like you want it to look, it's because you are thinking all the things that you don't want life to look like for you. Literally. And this book just comes out and says, however you think will be what you see around you. Period. So this one, I want everybody to have a copy of this. Everyone should read this book because it is the most simplest thing, and you think people would know it, but people don't, you know, and how you think determines your life. It really does. It really does. It really does. When I stopped thinking that I had to be overweight, when I stopped thinking that I was a thick girl and I'm going to forever be the thick girl, I lost 10 pounds. Now, this is not, oh, positive think every single day, then go eat a sandwich. No. This is think what you want, positive or negative. And if it's positive, put in the immense amount of work to get it, and you will see it. Period. And you attract the things in your life that is necessary on the road to that positive thinking that you were doing. So this one, plus for me. This one is my fave right now. This is my favorite book. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And this is I don't like this copy because it's a reprint. And I have the Audible book as well. This one took out a lot of the book, and I believe it kept, you know, necessary things that you need because it's a self-help personal development book, and this one gives you step-by-step things that you need to do to think and grow rich. You know what I mean? It is very logical. I love it. It says all the same things that all these other books were saying, except it tells you exactly what you need to do in order to think and grow rich. And I love it. I love its concept. And it for me, it's not just about growing rich. For me, it's becoming disciplined on all of my goals. And this, my friends, this book definitely helps me become disciplined on all my goals. This is a book that I say is a game changer. And it's a call to action. Tell you what to do every single day. So this one's good. I have other ones. So like I read Gucci. I love this. This was a great read for me. The Intelligent Investor. This is helping me, you know, learn investments and things like that. This is a tough read though. This is a tough read because it's a lot I have to go research and look up. So yeah. Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man. This was a good book. I love Steve Harvey, so, you know. Homegoing, this was a nonfiction, so it was, you know, it still made me cry, so it was okay. So if you don't know that I am learning about the real estate business, and I'm trying to buy me a property before I move later this year, and this book I just finished, it is If You Can't Wholesale After This, I've Got Nothing For You, and it's by Todd M. Fleming. I read this. It's a step-by-step book to wholesaling. Of course, it doesn't have everything needed, like the numbers and things, but it literally helped me. Like, I started immediately when I was reading it. I wrote down everything that he told me to do, and I just started that list of all the things that I need to do. So I'm super excited to see if I'm able to wholesale a home and buy my first property, because I really want to. That's my goal. That's one of my goals for this year. So this book was good, and it was easy to read, step by step. So if you're interested in real estate and wholesaling, this book's a good one. So yeah, that is pretty much the hard copy books that I have that I could find. I'll list more books that I have read below. But those are the ones that I could put my hands on. And people have been asking me to do this book list. And I finally decided today's the day. Yay! To get it done. So, yeah. So if you have read any of those books, please do let me know. Please comment down below. If you are going to read any of those books, also let me know, because a lot of them really, really changed my life. What really got me into reading more, because as a child I used to read a lot, and then I got older and I just kind of said whatever. I still like reading books, so I read one every now and then, but not how I read now. But it was something Les Brown said. Les Brown said the average person reads one book a year. And I said, well, damn it, I gotta be better than average. So if I just read 2 books a year, I'll be all right. And then I just got back into my reading habit, and boom, I just started ordering more books, and it turned into a book a month. So what you feed your mind with will be what your environment looks like. I do believe when you're on any type of journey that it's important to feed your mind with the necessary nourishment that it needs in order to grow and in order to develop. And so I do read a lot of self-help books. I want to get back to my little hopeless romantic books, because I am such a hopeless romantic. But I love self-help books. I love finding the secret in these self-help books, because it's interesting to me whether people read The Secret or not. It's interesting to me how people come down to the same conclusion about life. It starts in your mind. To read these self-help books and to listen to these people's experiences, and not even just the self-help books, but my finance books, even to listen to their experiences in the finance books on telling me, it comes down to how you think. I love that. I love hearing that, love reading that, and I love finding the secret in these books, because ultimately it does come down to your mind. So you develop your mind, you will have a better life. All right, guys, I will see you all next time. Peace.